Tattooing, it's blood, it's pain, it's permanence. You can't just call it in.
Hey guys, welcome to the show today, to the East West podcast with Horisumi, me. It's a little short video today, just something I was thinking about. I was going through some of my notes on my phone this morning, looking for ideas to talk about. And I ran through some old notes I'd made a while ago. And the note literally said, no tattoos, bullshit. It got me thinking, right? Because, I mean, there was a time when I would never hire an artist that didn't have tattoos, right? And now it seems in this younger generation, the norm. There's a lot of tattooers out there, and some decent ones that don't have a lot of tattoos or don't have any tattoos. Nothing visible anyways, right? And this irks me, it irks me in the sense that if you're gonna do tattooing, you're gonna profit and make money off this industry and this business and this craft, but you yourself as an artist don't believe in it enough to take part in it in any meaningful way. I see that as a little bit of, bullshit, right? Bullshit. A bit of a grifter, a bit of a charlatan, I think it's important that real tattooers, if you're a tattooer and you want to be, taken seriously and have self-respect as a tattooer, you need to get a body of work, not necessarily a full body suit. You should aspire to have a full body suit, I think, but definitely getting a large body of work tattooed on you, public skin, not necessarily faces or hands or anything, but definitely arms to signal to your clients that you believe in what you're doing, if nothing else. And I think that if you're not into tattoos, you shouldn't fucking be tattooing. You have no business making tattoos if you don't like tattoos yourself, right? I know this seems fucking obvious, right? But I guess it isn't to everybody. It is to me, because this is how it used to be, right? Every new generation, things are different. I get that, right? There's different fucking attitude towards stuff, But I still think that if you're gonna tattoo, if you're gonna mark people for life, you need to know what the fuck it is you're doing. You need to have some skin in the game. So if you're tattooing someone in a painful spot, then you know what that spot feels like, right? So you're a little more empathetic, a little more compassionate towards them. You have a better understanding of how to heal, a better understanding of how that particular spot heals, how to work that spot, I was a latecomer to the bodysuit game. I mean, I've been getting tattooed since I was like 13, got my first real tattoo at 15. Been tattooing since I was kind of 15, 16. But I didn't have a big body of work. I had my arms done very young, full of garbage. And I had some pieces here and there. But I dedicated the first 15, 20 years of my career just traveling and learning. And I never really sat down and got a bunch of big tattoos. And I used to get ribbed for it, for sure, by my colleagues that had bodysuits. But then I decided, probably about 8 years ago to start, all right, we're doing the bodysuit now. So I started lasering off all the shit I had on me. I started with the back. I had a big outline piece of shit on my back. So I lasered off that whole outline on my back. It started with my back piece, from neck to knee back piece. And then I'd already had a rib piece happening, so I worked a full front piece there. So did both sides of my ribs with the Munawari. Then I did my legs down to the ankle. Again, lasering off a bunch of stuff that was in the way. And then I lasered off both my arms for the most part. Everything but the top half of this arm, I lasered off and started again and got Japanese sleeves. So I have a pretty cohesive back piece now. So with the lasering and everything, it probably took me like 6-7 years to get it done. Probably about 5 years of tattooing. Pretty solid, regular sessions, right? I mean, that was for me. I wanted to do that. But I think if you're a tattooer, you need to aspire to that, right? Because you got to believe in what you're doing. If you don't believe in tattooing, you're literally marking people for life. And if you don't believe in it, you have no business doing it to other people. And if you're a customer, you're a client, you want to get tattooed, and you go see your tattooer, how much confidence does that inspire in you when your tattooer doesn't have any tattoos that you can see? And like, I rib the people that work with me about it. There's a few of them that don't have a lot of tattoos, and I rib them, and it's the same. I'm probably gonna catch shit for saying this, but it's the same fucking excuse from everyone, whether it's people who work here or people that I've met other places, other tattooers. Oh, I'm just waiting for this special tattooer to do this piece, or I'm just holding off until I get my back done. It's fucking excuses, right? Tattoos hurt, tattoos are expensive, tattoos are fucking pain in the ass to heal. But, this tattooing life gives us a special journey and a special pathway in life. If you dedicate your life to tattooing looks after you, right? It gives you a special little thing unlike anything else, And if you take the piss, if you want to ride on that life but not invest yourself into it, I think it's foolish, right? And I don't think you should be taken seriously. I think every tattooer should at least have visible sleeves, just for themselves to be all into the game, right? And again, just to signal to colleagues and clients that you take your tattooing seriously, that you yourself believe in it. Because that's a big thing, right? I mean, there's a lot of tattooers doing these styles now, and I've spoken about it before, styles that are, say less than permanent, right? They're like, stuff that's a bit light, a bit fine, that's gonna fall out, need to be fixed up or covered or whatever, you know what I mean? And I think if these people who did this style of tattooing were maybe, getting these tattoos and seeing how it ages on their own skin, they might rethink what they're doing, right? And if people got real tattoos, and I say real tattoos, I mean tattoos that are built for longevity, tattoos that are made to last, tattoos that are timeless, then that would inspire more people to do a style of tattooing with that in mind, right? You wouldn't have all these temporary styles and everyone trying to reinvent the fucking wheel with, colored outlines and white halos and all the shit that's going on now that's just fucking ridiculous, right? So, yeah, that's my 2 cents for today, right? If you're a tattooer, go get fucking tattooed. You don't have to wait for fucking Philip Liu or Horiyoshi or whoever else you're aspiring to. Go get tattooed, right? Get tattooed. And if you're a client, look for tattooers that are tattooed, that are into it, right? If your tattooer's not into it, all right? If he's not into tattoos, then is he really the person to tattoo you, right? It's a good question, you know what I mean? And that applies to every craft or trade, whether it's cooking or hairdressing or fucking sports, would you go to a personal trainer who's a fat slob, right? Would you go to a dietitian who's massively overweight, right? It's one of those things, and it's funny, right? Because in the tattoo world, it's a bit of a running joke. You see the guys that have got tattooed young, like myself, that have sleeves of garbage. They're usually the better tattooers than you see the young tattoo guys with the beautiful fucking sleeves are generally not quite as good as the people with the shitty tattoos, right? So it's just a little funny thing. I'm sure that's changing now, but that was a running joke like 10, 15 years ago. So anyways, keep that in mind. I'm sure someone's gonna have something to fucking say about my opinion. Put it in the comments, put it in the DMs, send the hate. It's all good. Love you guys. Have a great day. See ya.